Second Line Arts Collective. Learn how you can support at secondlinearts.org.
Platform for those who are curious. One that tells the story from the artist's perspective. Moments in time, captured from the innovators who are reshaping dance, music, theater, and the visual arts. This is the Working Artist Project.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gregory Ajid. Darian Douglas, how you doing tonight?
Yo, Greg, what's up, man? I know you like Roderick Paulo would say, you know what it is.
You know what? Also, I've been out in New Orleans so long, I'm not familiar with what it is. Would you mind reminding me?
Everything is cool over here, man. I just got home from a gig. That's why I look so pretty right now. I had to remind myself of how pretty I am. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Hey. I mean, you could have just asked me. I would have told you.
Oh, I can't believe nothing you say, man. That's why I gotta. But look, man, check it out tonight. Tonight is just me and you, and the people might be like, where is our guest? Well, we ain't got one. It's just me and Greg tonight. It's the last show of the year. And so we wanted to take some time just to thank everybody for hanging in there with us, because this was definitely like we started it at the height of the pandemic, brought the show back, and we've been kicking it right down the road ever since then.
Yeah,
And
it's
so,
crazy. It's crazy to think that I think our first episode may have been in August of 2020. And today is November 29th, 2021. So we've been doing this every Monday. I think I missed one Monday when I had COVID. And I missed just a couple of dates when I was on the road. But man, we've been doing this every Monday for about a year and 3 or 4 months.
Yep. And if you want to go old school, cats can go way back to 2016 when it was at the inception of the podcast and listen to some sadness. But you should listen to every episode. I think it's 128 episodes so far.
Dude, all I have to say is thank God for Zoom, because you telling me stories of having to lug around all your equipment, hit the subways, and go chill at people's apartments and do these recordings back in the day. And man, this is actually pretty convenient to just zoom it in.
Hell yeah, man. I wish I had Zoom back then, man. It was great. I mean, it's so much easier to just hit the button, bam, we all wherever we are, and we can do the thing, So
Dude,
yeah, bro.
this is crazy. This is totally off subject here, but man,
Right,
I
go ahead.
remember when I was in preschool that
Yeah, yeah. You remember that?
yeah. No, I have like 3 memories from preschool, this being like
Oh,
one
okay.
of them.
All right.
And I think there was like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie or something that had come out. And so we all had these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle watches. And I just remember we were all like, we were just, man, wouldn't it be so cool if we could like talk to each other on these walkies? And we used to play and pretend that, that we were doing that. And I'm like, holy shit, in 2021, like we can do that.
Yep. You can't. You can actually talk to somebody on your. I'm sure you got an Apple Watch or some shit. You're real fancy, man. Hey, oh, just a
No,
regular watch.
just a regular, man, let me tell you, if the day I decided I did not need an Apple Watch was one day someone called me and my laptop, my iPad, my iPhone, all of them started ringing at the same time. And I was like, I do not need my watch ringing at the same time, too.
Yeah, but let's circle back, man. So yeah, we've been out here for 120 some episodes, and it's been nice, man. I think what we're doing is special because we're documenting our peers, our
Mm-hmm.
mentors, and it's a beautiful thing, man. I'm really thankful for it, man.
I feel like you may have said this to me, and maybe Ellis gifted you this advice, but when we were talking about recording CDs, and and this pertains to a lot of young musicians out there too who are looking to do their first record. I was like really afraid to lay down my first record because I didn't think it was going to be good enough.
Mm.
And actually, after listening to our first record that we recorded like about 10 years ago, it definitely sucks. But
Ah!
what the beautiful thing is exactly what you said. It's about documenting the process.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's so cool to be able to look back at 120 or so episodes and listen to cats like, man, Emmanuel Wilkins, Marquise Hill, man, I mean, just the list goes on, and to catch these cats at a moment in their life, it's just such a beautiful thing, because who knows where we're all going to be in 5, 10, 15 years. And, this is just where we're at today.
Yeah. I think one thing that doesn't get talked about enough, especially um, in music and in creative pursuits, is we don't necessarily control our media. And so this is one step, for us to control, who gets attention, because people like Downbeat, who don't invest in our community, and those other fucked up publications and jazz, it's true. They don't really care. Like, they only care about, the top 1%, the people who everybody already knows about, the Christian McBrides and stuff. And that's cool. And that's great. And they are phenomenal, but they alone are not the community. And so what we do that's special is we get into the community and get people from top to bottom. And we cover everybody, because there's talented people who you never heard of, who are just as good as Brian Blade and Christian McBride and, Cecile McLaurin, like people of that caliber who we definitely know. And we have people like Jasmine Horn, who's like super famous, but we also have some people who aren't super famous and who are like amazing.
Like me and you.
Hey, like me and you. Like me and you, babe. We just play with super famous people.
Yeah, that's a great point too. Is I think something that I really like is that, hey, in 5 years, we could be talking to, the next John Baptiste. We could be talking to, like you said, the next Christian McBride. And I think what's beautiful is, like, again, like documenting this moment in their lives. Like, when some cats are just starting off, like, how do you feel about your career? How do you feel about your music? How do you make it happen? Because in 10 years, we could all be laughing at this and be like, man, could you imagine? I used to play at Smalls. I used to play at Snug Harbor. And it's to be able to look back and reflect on how far we've all come. I think that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. I'm going to take one more opportunity to shit on Downbeat. Somebody from Downbeat need to come on the show and explain to me what's up with this rising star poll, because it's complete bullshit. Can somebody from Downbeat hit me up? You know what I'm saying? Email me. Just Google my name and email me. I want you to come on the show, man.
Did Branford Marcellus come in first again for the Rising Star, or Marcus?
Right. Branford Marcellus, Rising Star. He's like 80. Come on, bro. Oh, I love Branford, but I'm just saying,
I think that's a good point too. The media has changed. The media landscape has changed so much in the last 5 to 10 years, where we, as artists, again, like, we do have control as to how we put ourselves out into the world. And just doing a simple podcast like this, where we hit up our friends and document things, like, we are empowered to take control of the narrative. We get to pick the people we want to talk to. We get to pick the stories we want to share, and hopefully we can say democratize the media, or who and what we talk about, and hopefully we're not going to be rising stars for the next 55 years.
What you trying to say? Democracy works, man. You sound like Winton now, man. Democracy.
Well, it's not so much as democracy works. It's more like once you get a gumbo of things together, you put the sausage, you put the roux together, you cook the roux, and then all of a sudden all the flavors come together, and it's like just one shit stew,
No, I hear you on that, man. But
democracy is like, hey, you all got to say, but I'm running the band.
But dig this, man. I guess people should also know that, we're taking a break in December, to spend time with our families, not have to show up here every Monday night. So we're going to take, I don't know how many weeks in December, 4 or 5. I can't remember. There's 5, no?
Let's say 4.
It's 4. Okay. So we're going to take the whole month of December off. We don't know how many weeks are in there, but that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to hit it hard in January. And if it's some people that you want us to interview, drop us a line, DM us, DM Greg. He don't DM me, DM Greg. And let us know what you're thinking.
And if I don't respond to you, it's probably because it went to my junk box. And,
hey,
my bad.
But yeah, DM us, email us, and let us know, some people you thinking, some people you want to hear from, and we'll do our best to get them. We got some exciting people on the list. I'll just say that.
Dude, I mean, the cool thing too is about having done this for all this time now is like we've built a little bit of a track record, and we've been very fortunate to have some artist management reach out to us, and a couple agents ask if we can interview their clients. And man, I feel like we're at the point now where, I mean, maybe we could get an Elon Musk or a Bill Gates,
Yeah. Hell yeah.
if
Tell
we
Elon to
brought
come on.
those cats
I
on
can
here.
get Elon, man. I'm gonna hit Elon up. Like, bro, come on the show, man. Talk about fucking he Doge. Elon talk too slow, man. I don't want him on here, man. Get somebody who talk faster than Elon, man. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, if there's anyone that you would like to see on this podcast, like definitely please drop us a line, because I mean, the people we ask are just the people that are on our radars. It could be the last person I played a gig with. It could be someone I read about in Downbeat. We just kind of like when names pop up into our head, we're like, man, it'd be a great conversation to sit down with this cat. And we hit those people up. So if you have someone that's like off of our radar, we would very much appreciate you hitting us to some talent out there that we may not be aware of.
Yeah, Dr. Wooten, he's what my taught me drums in college, and he says that we should get Jason Marcellus on here. We actually had Jason on here before Greg got with me. I had Jason, so you can go back. Victor Provost, all right, you can go back and check out that Jason episode. It would be dope to have Jason again though, because that was probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
I would love to have Jason, and Jason also did a masterclass, I guess in 2020 with one of our students, and he did a wonderful job. Man, Jason is just a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah, he's a man. We need to get you on here, man. We definitely gonna get Dr. Wooten on here, man. He got a lot to say, man.
I feel like
he's a beast.
We got to get just some random cats out here just to share their views on the world. That's what we need to do.
Andy Narell, he's a okay. Yeah, Andy Narell is actually a dope person to have. Yeah, man. I remember you know Andy Narell, Greg?
I'm not familiar with Andy. No. Do you know
you Google him, man. You'll see. He's a bad dude. He's a bad
that's the
boy.
next step. I was gonna Darian him, and then you don't know. So.
No, I know. Him and Doc are cool. And when I was in college, he came by and did some stuff. But yeah. Doc said he's gonna come by. So yeah, I'm excited about that, man. What else we got? Oh, so I don't think people know this, but Greg, we are a nonprofit, and this podcast is just something that we do as one of our programs. But the main thing we do is we teach kids, right, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, basically at the center of all of this is, let's talk about why we started this. I mean, I guess.
That's important.
Hey. So Second Line Arts was actually, this is the true origin story of this organization.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was, God, we'll say October of 2016, 15, yep. 16. And yep. I got a phone call from Darian, and I think the quote was, "Hey, man, we're going to start a nonprofit." And I was like, well, how do you do that? And he's like, I don't know, but we're going to do it. And then hey, we're going to start a summer camp. I think that's what it was. Yeah. And so we just figured that, again, like we grew up in a time where the downbeats and the verves and the universal musics, they ran the world, and they still do run the world. But you know what? We got the internet too. We got cameras. I got this nice microphone and everything. So we can also, we have a platform where we can, if we feel like there's an organization out there that's not serving the community in the best way we see fit, that's just an opportunity for us to step in and provide content and provide another platform for people to speak their truth. And so, I think our desire we saw that there was something happening in the community that we could have improved, and we decided that we wanted to start a summer camp. So we started this camp in 2017. Was that the first year?
2016 was actually the first year. 2017 was like our first official year as a nonprofit. So yeah.
Yeah, man. So we did in 2016. We had a summer camp, and we called it the Sanaa Music Workshop. And I believe a lot of people don't actually know. Darren, what does the word Sanaa mean?
Sanaa means beautiful, right? Man, I can't remember. God, jeez.
It's like is it Swahili or
it's definitely Swahili.
It means beautiful work of art.
Beautiful work of art. There it is. I can't believe I forgot that. That's why I picked it.
Yeah, that's why you picked it. but man, it was crazy because that first year, man, it feels like yesterday. We went up to the jazz market, and man, we're like, hey, look, I think Adonis Rose was the musical director at that point, and we asked Mr. Rose if we're like, hey, look, we have this idea. We'd love to do a summer camp. Would you all be generous and gracious enough to donate your space and allow us to try and fulfill this vision? And they hooked it up. So we did a 1 week summer camp. We had about 10 or 11 students, and we made it work. We fundraised. I think we raised $1,500, $2,000.
Total $3,000.
We raised $3,000 fucking dollars. That was
Hey.
hard.
Mhm.
That was not a cakewalk, but we did it.
And it also wasn't enough money to run a summer camp, but somehow we did that too.
Yeah, we definitely ran that one on a shoestring budget. But hey, yo, I think the goal for that year was to just do it.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
was
don't
the
worry.
goal.
Yeah, the goal there was, everybody listening, the part that Greg left out is the story of the two Alvins, because it started before. Because really, man, you got to tell them the story, Greg. Because this is the thing, man. Me and Greg both had two Alvins. I had Alvin Fielder. You had Alvin Baptiste. And so the two Alvins taught me and Greg the value of community, in the value of financial literacy and hard work, and also the value of honesty, which is it's hard to hear from an old dude when you like 10 or 15 how sad you are, or whatever it is. And so we tried to instill those same values in our students, and build a community around those values. And that's what we've been doing, man. Almost 6 years, bro.
Dude, this will be our 6th summer camp coming up. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
2022.
man, I'm sorry. I feel bad now at the way I explained the origin of the camp, but yeah, man, it definitely, man, I 100% stand behind you. It all started with our love for our mentors, Alvin Baptiste and Al Fielder, and a big part of like what was happening. So it's funny, like in 2021, all of this doing stuff online, talking about Facebook and talking about doing it, being an entrepreneur as a musician. In 2015, 2016, that was just starting. And I don't think there were many. I know in New Orleans there were no organizations kind of dealing with that type of education for our young people. So also Darren and I were like, yo, like the big programs here were doing a great job educating the students musically, but they were not really addressing the new realities of being an entrepreneurial artist in the 2015s. So we were like, look, we're going to try and create this opportunity for cats to supplement what's going on in the community. And we wanted to create a space where we could bring in our peers to teach the students. We could bring in also some amazing mentors and really accomplished musicians from the community. But the thing is that really made us different at that point was we wanted to bring in music business and industry professionals to talk about how to basically do all of those little things to give you a successful career in the arts. How do you manage yourself? How do you create social media content? How do you budget your how do you balance your checkbook at the end of the month? All those little things that they didn't teach us in school, but God, you gotta know.
Yeah, bro. Doc. All right, Doc. We'll see you. Doc gotta go eat dinner. but yeah, man. Yeah. When you said I think what we did was we're one of the first programs to do what we did in the world, actually. And the reason we could do it is because we were out here gigging, traveling around the world, and like, wait a minute, man, how do we make this work financially, spiritually, emotionally? And so we keyed in on those things. But yeah, man, we're out here. We've been out here for a minute. We still growing. We got some other programs that we do now too, teaching little kids. Program called Little Stompers, and you can go to our website and find everything out about us. Click the Our Story link, and then you'll you'll read all
Well,
about it.
man, I just have to say, I don't like glossing over that because it's a huge part of what we do, and I gotta throw you a big shout out for making that happen. You know, I don't know anyone listening here. Darian just had a kid this past year, and so I feel like that inspired him to really take on early education as you
Yeah.
know, and you know, look, all of these great artists that we worship from, you know, like just the cat that's in my head right now is Emmanuel Wilkins. I was listening to his record on the way here. But man, you don't have a John Baptiste, you don't have a Trombone Shorty, you don't have a Jeff Tain Watts without elementary early education. You know,
Yeah.
if you haven't learned some things about music by the time you're in fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh grade, it's almost too late. You know,
Yeah.
at that point, you might as well. I don't know. You look some other way. But but Darian has created an amazing program called the Little Stompers, and we've been doing a lot of great virtual classes during COVID, and we've actually been transitioning now into actual schools in the New York City area, in Mississippi, and also in Louisiana, and we're just hoping that we can, if create interest and create a love and passion for the arts for these young people at an early age. And you know, if they become musicians, that's a great thing. And but ultimately, if they just become art lovers, that's really what we want to do.
Yeah. That's the bigger win. We need more people who appreciate. We need the music of arts appreciators. You know what I mean? People like y'all listening, and so you can open up your wallets and support the arts.
Yeah,
And,
totally.
that's a good segue, man. See, tomorrow is Giving Tuesday. We are a nonprofit, and if
Is
you
tomorrow
listen,
Giving Tuesday? Oh,
tomorrow
good.
is Giving Tuesday, bro.
Nice.
And so we got to we want to inspire everybody here to go over to our website or go to our Facebook or Instagram page and hit that donate button and help us continue on this journey that we've been on. We you know, we raise way more money now than $3,000, believe it or not. And and so, you know, we got a healthy budget, we got people to pay, and we want to keep these programs alive. And so yeah, if you listen to this and you believe in the music, go over there and give us $5. It'll go to a good cause.
And the most important thing too is like what we're doing is we really want to create free content for people. You know, we really aspire to keep all of our costs as low as possible. Because you know what, not everyone has $500 to spend to send their kids to a music program or a summer camp, or even pay for this podcast. I mean, how cool is it that we get to talk to some of the most in demand artists in the world, and you can just like log on to Spotify, or you just go to YouTube, watch a quick 15-second ad, and boom, it's there. You have access to so many wonderful people. So we do hope that you will consider donating to Second Line Arts, because that money is going directly to create content for the next generation of musicians. It's not going to pay rent for some $10 million building sitting in the middle of Times Square. We don't have, you know, a private jet. It's like literally going to pay for teachers. It's literally going to pay for artists. It's going to pay for lunches for the students.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to, you know, curriculum planning and things like that. And that is, you know, we're trying to cut the fat off here.
Hey. Yeah, man, that's beautiful, man. Let me see. Okay, let's see. We're coming to the end of the year. You know, my birthday's coming up. I'm gonna be 37, Greg, which is it's funny because
Shit.
I know, man. Shadia told me that, and I was like, she was like, yeah, you about to be 37. I was like, nah. Even I didn't believe it. I was just like, nah, not me.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. What are you most like? What are you most thankful for as the year closes out here?
This year, man, you know, it's a very interesting year. I think this year, COVID put a lot of things in perspective, put a lot of life in perspective. I think it made me really appreciate a lot of things that I took for granted. Simple things like just playing a gig, you
Yeah.
know, just hitting up my friends and saying, "Yo, you free Tuesday night? We got a gig." You know, it's whether it be at a hotel or at a club or on some big music with people, for people. That is, man, I can't even tell you how amazing of a feeling and experience that is. And it's crazy to think that I took that for granted for so many years. And I think this year, that's one of the things I'm grateful for. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to play music again. Um, Man, also, I'm really grateful. I'm turning 35 this year,
Hey,
so
you
I'm
old
not
too.
I'm not too far behind you. But you know what's fucking crazy is that I remember being 25, and I remember being 20, and I remember being 15, and dreaming about doing the things that I get to do now.
Mm,
You know, like I remember dreaming at 15 years old. It was my lifelong dream to play clarinet and make a living and travel the world and get to play with other great musicians. And at 34 years old, I just feel so unbelievably blessed to have the opportunity to live my dream. You
yeah.
know, and I really hope that, you know, again, like part of the reason why we're here doing what we do is because we want to create opportunities and these programs that will hopefully empower other people to live their dreams.
Oh, absolutely, man.
What are you thankful for,
Absolutely.
man?
Well, I'm thankful for a lot of stuff, man. You know, like I like to say now, I'm thankful for the opportunity to be a father first, uh, because to me, like that's the biggest job that I've ever had, and I'm killing it. I'm killing that.
Supreme.
I'm killing that shit, dog. Really, can't nobody see me on this for real, bro. I'm like the best ever, man. The rest of y'all, I mean, I'm sure some other good ones, but I'm the best. And so I'm most thankful for that, man. But the music too, I'm. It's funny because you mentioned like wanting to be a great musician when you were 15, and like the one thing that changes with music or anything you love that you do, and people may not know this who don't do something that they love, but the love for it changes. It's like being in a marriage. It's like at the beginning, there's a certain type of love, like when you're 15 and you just like, it's really intense, but then the love changes, right? As you get older and you're playing it. And so you got to find something new in it. You got to figure out, okay, I used to love it like this, but now I love it a little different because I've had different life experiences. And it doesn't give you the same satisfaction. It gives you a different type of joy and satisfaction because
Yeah.
things in your life move around. But I still love it, man. You know, I still love it. So I'm out here. Wait a minute. But yeah, so that's where I'm at with it. I'm happy and I'm grateful to be a father because I'm the best at it. And also I'm happy to play music with some. I play music with bad motherfuckers. Like I don't never play with sad people. So that's like a true blessing, man. You know.
Dude, let me tell you, one when we went back on the Buble tour, and I remember the first night we were out there, and I was like looking around at all the cats in the bed, and I was like, man, I'm the saddest motherfucker on this band. This band, and I was like, I'm killing it.
Right?
Like, man, it's such a blessing to admire the people we get to work with, you know. And look, man, at the end of the day, like I do deserve to be where I am, and I'm qualified to do what I do. But man, I can't tell you how humbling and how cool it is to look around at the cats we get to play with and just be like inspired and really admire these guys and
Yeah.
women too. You know,
Oh,
everyone who's playing
absolutely.
out there on a high level.
Yeah. I was just on my gig, a few minutes ago, and I was like, man, I wish I could just have these people in my living room, like playing up privately for me. I don't even want to play. I just want to listen to them. They sound so good.
Man, I remember one time we were on tour and the got on. We were like, man, we were in Europe and one of the coach buses. We were supposed to go to the venue, and the bus was like late. And that was the only time in 2 years of touring that the bus was ever late. And so we were just chilling in the lobby, and the guitar player and one of our trumpet players, named Jean Cause, it was Marcel and Jean. They were both playing a little duet in the lobby, and man, all of a sudden I like turned to Jean. I was like, man, I've never in my life ever heard a trumpet sound so beautiful. And I was just like, man, y'all are some killing motherfuckers, man.
Right.
Y'all so killing.
Yeah, man. So it's important, man. Everything, I don't know. Life is fun. Stay healthy out there, stay strong, stay positive. And
And you gotta,
hopefully we're at the end of this whole COVID thing. It seems like it might be turning the corner back the other way, but
man, let's not even talk about that. Let's not talk about it. Like that is like it doesn't even matter what my personal feelings are in the entire situation. That's like something just out of my control.
yeah. Oh yeah, it's out of our control.
Like
Nothing
if
we
they
can do
want to
about
shut it
that.
down tomorrow, they're gonna shut it down. If they want to open it up, they'll open it up. Does it's nothing I can do about it.
It's nothing any of us can do. But yeah,
We'll
man.
rebel one Facebook post at a time.
Facebook warriors unite,
Facebook
right?
warriors, the few, the proud, the brave Facebook
Right,
commenters.
right. I know, man. It's kind of crazy.
But hey, look, let me just wrap this up too, man. I'm thankful for you, and I will say you are one of the hardest working and smartest dudes that I know, man. I've been knowing you for years now, and I think something to say to anyone out there looking to who has a dream that seems too big for them at this moment. It doesn't happen over 2 years or 1 year or 6 months. It happens over decades. It happens over the span of a lifetime. And whatever reward or external validation you and I have both gotten in life, it's been dwarfed by just our love for what we do. And I've just again like back to me being thankful for you. Like, dude, you are a hardworking motherfucker. You're always trying to, always looking for the next thing, and you're always putting in the time. And I can always, if there's anyone that inspires me to do better and work harder, it's you, man. So I
Oh
appreciate
man,
you
I
for
appreciate
always
that, man. I
moving me
thank you,
forward.
Greg. We should have got married, man. It's too late. I'm already married, right? Like I
But you
can't.
know what? We can do that. We can look. And if things don't work out, just hit.
Oh, it's gonna work out. Nah, it's gonna work out. Don't worry about that. No, man, I
plot
appreciate no,
twist.
plot twist, right? No, seriously, no, man. I appreciate that, man. And I was watching Gary Vaynerchuk, and I know a lot of people hate Gary, but I will say, this cat, he says that patience is probably the most important ingredient to success. So you just got to figure out if you can just keep going, like as we're building this thing, it's like, can we just keep going? If we can figure that out, we're gonna hit it. It's just like with music, man. Like you remember when you played that first note on the clarinet, you could have stopped that day, but you didn't. That shit sounded terrible. It was like, so
Dude, and
it-
it can feel very overwhelming at times because I mean,
yeah,
even at 34, man, I got the amount of things I have to learn doesn't really feel less than when I was 15 or 20. I know a lot
right.
more things than I did back then, but there's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
But
Look,
just gotta finish the job, man. Just finish the gig.
Elena's up in here. She said, "Don't stop believing." Yeah, you're right, Elena, and she
Don't
know.
stop believing. Oh man, have you ever seen The Sopranos?
Oh, absolutely, man. I watched it. I watched it during COVID because of you. And it's
Man,
it's The Sopranos is the best show I ever seen in my life.
yo,
Period. Period.
yo.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think isn't that the last song? They play the whole show ends and they're playing that tune.
Oh, probably. I can't even really remember. I was just so pissed off about the ending. Like, what just happened? Yeah. But yeah, man. All right, let's end this and everybody, y'all. Okay, so basically, this is the synopsis of this episode. We got taking a break in December. We're back in January with some bad motherfuckers. So don't stop listening to us. We got 128. This is 129. So you got something to listen to. Just go back, listen to the ones you didn't listen to for the next 4 weeks. Um,
And let me throw in too, y'all. Everyone who's been supporting us for these last couple of years, everyone who's supported us personally and us as an organization through Second Line, man, we cannot thank you enough for just, man, we love you guys so much. None of this would be possible without you all, and we could just be sitting here shooting the shit to no one. And we just, man, very appreciative and very humbled and very grateful to be sharing this with you all. So thank you so much for allowing us to do what we love. Thank you so much for believing in the organization and helping us financially keep this going. And we're looking forward to just continuing to make this better, and continuing to make content that people want to listen to.
no, absolutely. We got Chad Anderson in the comments, man, and
Shit.
Chad's one of our biggest supporters. He's
Design the logo.
he designed our logo. He gives us crazy donations all the time, and we love Chad. And Elena, stop crying. We're gonna get you on the show. Don't worry about it. We love you.
God, Elena texted me this morning as I was like rushing out of the house. I have read half of the Sidney Bechet book. But I'm gonna
Oh,
send that to you in a text message.
Oh, okay. Yeah, y'all. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all for hanging in there with us and supporting us. And yeah, we'll catch y'all next time. We'll see y'all in a few weeks. So yeah, my name is Darian Douglas.
And y'all have a wonderful new year. Have a wonderful holidays. Happy New Year's. My name is Gregory Ajid, and thank you for supporting the Working Artist Project.
All right, y'all.